Guys, welcome back to the Front Cover YouTube channel. It's your boy Trey Wilkinson, aka Twiller Beast, and today NBA Finals predictions, getting it out of the way before the playoffs start. And I'll be going through my Eastern Conference Finals matchups and then my NBA Finals predictions. My first round playoff predictions podcast should be out by now. Link will be in the description if it is. Apple Podcast, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Go check it out, download, listen, subscribe, and make sure to like and subscribe to this video as well. So we'll get right into it with the Eastern Conference Finals. My prediction, also real quick, if I look down it's because I got my notes right here. Eastern Conference Finals first, I think it's going to be 76ers cruising to the conference finals. They play the Wizards in the first round, probably win like 5-6 at the worst. They have Hawks or Knicks in the second round, maybe 6 of the worst again. So they should cruise. And if they don't get to the conference finals this season, barring like a Joel Embiid injury or a Simmons injury or some sort of crazy bad luck or something, they gotta blow it up, to be honest. If they can't get it with this team, the number 1 seed, that's been playing great all year, a top 3 MVP candidate, Joel Embiid, because the finalists were announced today, Jokic, Steph, and Embiid, plus a top 3 DPOY candidate. Simmons, Gobert, and Draymond, I think were the 3. And then Doc Rivers has been a great coach. Tobias Harris has been playing at an all-star caliber level for the majority of the season. So I think it's 76ers. I think the team that meets them there is the Bucks, the Milwaukee Bucks, which, I mean, maybe that's a hot take or whatever, but I don't trust Kevin Durant enough, or Kyrie Irving for that matter, but I don't trust Kevin Durant. He hasn't played a straight month of basketball for like this entire season. Like, yeah, Achilles injury doesn't really affect his talents, but maybe this wasn't just the Achilles, but something happened, and now there's a 7 foot skinny guy that can't stay on the court, and that's Kevin Durant. So I don't trust him to play this entire series, the Nets versus Bucks series. Plus, Kyrie's had some availability issues and is kind of ebbs and flows interest-wise with basketball. Harden is kind of a question mark, but he's usually healthy. The question mark for him is performance. Obviously, Kyrie and KD, we're going to get, but Harden has had some lackluster performances the past few seasons. Last season I think was decent, but the season before that have been not great for James Harden. So, and then with the Bucks in that series with the Nets, I think they're usually always healthy. Giannis is a nightmare matchup for them. Blake Griffin, you can put Blake Griffin on Giannis, but Blake Griffin ended up with like 4 fouls in the first half. We've seen what happens with the Chris Middleton, Giannis pick and roll. Like, Jordan either comes up and gets dunked on or comes too far down. Chris Middleton hits a jump shot. That is one of the most unstoppable plays. Just that play is just pick and roll with Middleton and Giannis. So, and then Jrue Holiday, we've seen it before. He can basically take out one of Harden or Kyrie on any given nights. There are a few times when, Kyrie is Kyrie, and sometimes the offense is better than defense. But Jrue Holiday is going to have amazing defense for this entire series, barring injuries. So this is, I'm assuming the Bucks will be healthy, but I can't do the same thing with the Nets. It's hard to say that the Sixers will definitely win, because we haven't seen these two teams match up fully healthy before, at least this season. The Sixers have enough size to do with Giannis. We saw what the Raptors did a few years ago, build a wall with Ibaka and Siakam and Anunoby. Sixers can do the same thing with Embiid, Simmons, Tobias. And I don't really see Jrue being able to guard Simmons and or Harris consistently because they're a lot bigger than him. This Sixers team is going to be tough to deal with because their 3 best guys are 6'8" and taller. And last thing with the series, Embiid would eat Brook Lopez alive if they played. Alright, now on to the Western Conference. The Jazz and the Lakers, I think, will be the 2 teams ending up in this series. Jazz will be playing the Warriors or Grizzlies this time. It hasn't been decided yet at the time of recording this, but I don't think it really matters. I don't think a series goes more than 5, to be honest, with either team. So I think Jazz win, and then they play the Mavericks or the Clippers in round 2. And I don't trust the Clippers. I think the Clippers beat the Mavericks. I think it'll be one of the better series of the first round. We saw it go to 6 last season. Luka game winner, step back 3 over Reggie Jackson. I'm expecting the same level of hype and excitement for the series. So whatever team comes out will be dog tired for sure. And I don't trust the Clips. And I don't think I have to explain myself any further, to be honest. I mean, they blew a 3-1 lead last season. They didn't deal with adversity well at all. I mean, they've Rondo now, got rid of Montrezl and Lou, who are the two biggest problems in that Nuggets series. But I feel justified in believing that the Clips can't win back-to-back series, because they haven't so far. And, I mean, playoff P is a real thing, but not the way that Paul George wanted it to be, because he's not great in the playoffs, obviously. I think the Lakers make it pretty easily. I mean, first of all, poor Suns, to be honest. They played so hard the entire season, get the 2 seed, and get the defending champions in the first round, who are coming off injuries, so I expect the series to go probably 6 or 7, but I think the Lakers will pull it out. And if the Lakers get past the Suns, they play either Denver or Portland, and last season in the playoffs, they beat both those teams in 5 games. So, and I think the Lakers will be the Jazz, to be honest, because they just have a lot more talent. And this would probably be a really fun matchup, like an underrated matchup, because the Jazz are kind of fun to watch. And you also have you got a random like Bogdanovich game, you got a random like Jordan Clarkson game to factor in. So I think it'll be tough for AD and for LeBron, but I don't know how much Rudy Gobert can guard Anthony Davis. I think the Lakers win that series probably in 6 if they played, probably in 6, because the Jazz are a really good team. They are a really good team. So, and then yeah, Lakers will end up playing the 76ers in this prediction, this simulation of my mind. And now we get to the best part, the NBA Finals, which I believe will be Lakers-Sixers. This will be a very interesting series because the teams have played once at full strength. Sixers won by 1 point. And I think the most underrated part was that Simmons is the perfect guy to guard LeBron. If my life was on the line, if I need one guy to get a stop on LeBron and save my life, I'm picking Ben Simmons. He is perfect. He's a great perimeter defender, one of the best in the league. He matches up really well with LeBron just physically. I'm not saying he'd clamp up LeBron, but, I mean, LeBron's LeBron, it's the finals. But he would make it really tough, make him work, and then defensively to be able to get after LeBron because he's working so hard offensively, all that stuff. If you make some guy work really hard, and the game goes a distance, odds are that guy will not be as effective. But of course, it is LeBron, and he is immortal. So we don't actually know. Matisse, I think Matisse will be really important in this playoff run for the Sixers because he's one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. His offense is lacking, and the Sixers team does have some problems offensively, but I think they'll have to rely on Embiid and Tobias Harris a lot in that aspect, I guess, of the game because like Matisse, if he plays 30+ minutes, that is massive because he can shut down Dennis Schroeder and Danny Green can shut down KCP. Basically, I mean not completely shut down because I mean hardly anyone in the NBA Finals is going to get completely locked up, right? So they'll play really great defense. And Tobias Harris will be Tobias Harris. He won't really have. I mean, he'll have like Kyle Kuzma guarding him. Really depends on, I guess, the matchup because usually it'd be. I imagine LeBron and Simmons will be playing each other, and playing against each other, defending each other, whatever. And AD and Embiid will probably be like in the crucial moments. It'll be AD and Embiid on each other. And that kind of leaves Harris kind of free reign. I mean, that's what having a third star, I guess, is worth. And maybe it's LeBron on Harris, and maybe it allows Simmons to cook. That's probably what it would be actually. But that's what having a third star does, is you get another option when the other team only has 2 good defenders. Embiid, like I said, top 3 MVP this season. He's a nightmare for anybody. He's bigger than Davis. Davis is a great defensive player, and he will have a tough time stopping Embiid, but I think he can do it on certain occasions. Obviously, Embiid leads the league in free throw attempts, so Davis might get in foul trouble. Have to play on him sparingly to save him for the last 5-6 minutes of the game or so, because you can't put Drummond on him because Embiid lives in Drummond's head rent free for sure, and Marc Gasol ain't gonna be able to keep up for more than 10 minutes a game, tops. Marc Gasol is great, and he's got the IQ and everything, but he's also 40 years old. So, no offense, Marc Gasol. I think it seems fitting that the two best defensive teams this season match up in the finals and go at it. And maybe this won't be the most high-scoring finals. It's not like it's going to be, Blazers versus Nets or something, or Warriors Nets, or even like Jazz Nets or something. That'll be crazy high-scoring. But I think it'll be a good season. And part of the reason I didn't pick the Nets, a good series, sorry. I think it'll be a good series. Part of the reason I picked the Nets because their defense is atrocious, and none of the last 15 finals teams or championship teams have had a worse than 11th ranked defense. Nets are 15 or something. So, and then the Sixers are first and Lakers are second. Health is a big issue for both these teams, especially the Sixers. But with two easy series early on, I think the Sixers will be able to rest Embiid, rest Simmons, rest whatever guys, Danny Green, old man Danny, if you know, you know. So I am picking a team that will have home court in this series, the 76ers. I think we'll go to 7. Home court is going to be huge because there's actually fans in Philly. They're in the finals again. It's gonna be hyped. And obviously Staples Center will be tough to play in, but if there's a game 7, it's gonna be in Philly. So, and I think while maybe Embiid's not the best guy to go to, a big man might be the best guy to go to in the last few minutes. They still got shooters in Seth and Danny and Shake and Kork Maz and Tobias Harris. Like I said, is playing an all-star level. So I think the Sixers win. It's Lakers if they play the Lakers, and they've won already this season. And the Sixers look really good. Lakers have been a bit lackluster, I guess, since the last few games. But I think no matter what, this will be a great series. Alright, that's it for today. Make sure to like and subscribe. And if you got this far, weekly trivia. No one got it right last week, but shout out to you guys who give it your best shot. Last week it was who was the first team to win an NBA game? It was the New York Knicks, actually. Someone guessed, I think Philadelphia Warriors, actually lost the first game, I'm not sure though. But this week's weekly trivia is, at what age did NBA point guard Derrick Rose win the MVP award in 2011? So leave your answers down below. Anyone gets it right gets a shout out. And I'll be back next week. Links in the description. Like, subscribe. So until next week, peace.